This video contains minor scenes of horror or sudden jump scare moments that can seem startling to young audiences. If you have any health issues stemming from an increase of heart rate or flashing lights, click off the video now. You have been warned. Hey everybody, welcome to the first video of the game review series, a series where I play and judge games I find on Steam, of course, excluding games with overly sensitive or mature content. So for our first episode, we will be going over a game called Stay Out. So far, it appears to be a game set, and from what I can tell from in-game content, to possibly be a survival player versus player set in the Chernobyl exclusion zone, even though it's not expressly said in-game. The game is only early access, that will affect the overall rating of the game. Also shown on the Steam front page, majority of the game's language and audio settings are in Russian, but at least have English text. Also, I apologize if my commentary is not part of the gameplay. Not only is this commentary not a part of the initial gameplay recording, but as of actively recording it right now and on my script, it's a week after I initially recorded the game. So please don't judge me too harshly, and I hope you enjoy. The first thing I like about this game so far is the character customization, with you being able to change a character's physical features as well as you see fit, as well as their clothing items. However, these only really provide the aesthetic benefits and don't actually change much in-game. I don't know why I emphasize this in the recording, but you can move the tutorial window, which is useful because until you finish the tutorial, it never disappears. And when you create your first character, it'll actually just be right in the middle of the screen. So that's one good thing about the game so far. If you look up on the left corner, you can see two bars, one that is red, one that is thinner and is gray. The red one represents your health, the gray one is your stamina. There's also a status effect area I will point out when it appears. Before I start this part of the commentary, I'm going to say I hate pausing them this much at these times, but with some of these longer commentary posts, I feel like it's kind of necessary. Now, with this part comes the things I personally dislike. If you look at the bottom right of the screen, you can see there's a hotbar. However, the hotbar only uses the number keys to navigate it, nothing else. Also, another complaint I have is if you look closely, I will be equipping the knife into my 4th hotbar slot, or the hotbar slot with the key behind of the number 4. The part I dislike is when attempting to use the knife, you can't use it in the way you'd think by pressing 4 and then clicking your left mouse button. The way you actually have to do it is to press V, which wouldn't be that big of a deal if it wasn't the fact that when you're in a circumstance where you could die in the game, you're not going to think to just start button mashing V to just start meleeing everything around you. Your first instinct is just going to be to press the hotkey for it and then just start mashing your use item button. So that's my first complaint. So, funnily enough, during this current portion, I thought I had switched my keybinds, so what it showed in the tutorial wasn't exactly correct. And I struggled to find the correct keybind in the control menu, only to find out I never switched it. So I went through like the entirety of trying to go through my keybinds just for it to be the original one. So yeah, have fun watching me struggle. So this part I actually accidentally left unscripted, but if you look at the top of the screen, right on the left of the minimap, you can see those 2 symbols. Those are my effects, or like my current buffs or debuffs. They'll just appear. I don't pay attention to them because of how small they are, but I'll go into detail on the only one I really pay attention to later in the video. Sorry for the gun clicking. I like the sound of a clicking gun for some reason. It's just a thing I like to hear.
Ito ti. до свидания.
So here's my first gripe about the game. On my effects bar you can see the radiation symbol, and here's where my problem is. When taking radiation damage or getting radiation tokens, if you get over 100 as shown above the radiation symbol, you will start to take damage slowly. The only issue is, at least to what I've played up to so far, the only way to get rid of radiation is to wait 60 seconds. But what they don't tell you is it doesn't get rid of all the radiation in 60 seconds. It only gets rid of one radiation token. So right now it only shows I took 2, meaning it'll take 2 minutes for the radiation to disappear. But later in the gameplay I end up getting 52 radiation points, which means that the next time I log in, it'll take 52 minutes for the radiation to fully go away, and there's no way to just take it down any quicker from what I've noticed.
До свидания.
My last gripe with the game is there's no waypoint or objective waypoint system. So in order to complete a quest, you literally have to go around the map and just hope you find what you need. And if you don't, you're screwed. As well as that, as disappointing as it seems, I'm gonna end the gameplay here because for this last like 8 minutes of my raw recording at least, it's just me running around doing nothing. So let's get to the overall rating. So after playing the game through the combined 86 minutes or 1 hour and 24 minutes of playtime, I really can't say much about the game. I think it's okay and it has a lot of potential, but without like that waypoint system or lack thereof, there's not much to it, and I can't give it a good rating because there's not much I can see to do. I might just not be playing enough into the game. But so far, the only positive thing about it is it has a decent tutorial. So for right now, I'm gonna have to give it a rank of a C+. Once the game fully comes out, or after a few patches or something, I might make a new rating video, like re-rating the game, maybe playing it a little further, especially since I'm not as experienced with this stuff yet. But until then, it's gonna remain at a C tier, which in my opinion is kind of disappointing for our first game rating video, but can't always start on a winner. If you made it this far into the video, I really don't have anything to do other than to thank you so much for just sticking with it for so long. It means a lot. And if you want, please leave a like and subscribe. It's free. You can always undo them later. And I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.